Nhexus, level 34 upgrade. Today I'm going to be installing RPM shock shaft guards. Guys, I think this is just going to look really good on Nhexus, so let's go ahead and open these up and check them out. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull the top off, and it looks like I don't have to cut this one open. Now we have the instructions inside, we have the shock shaft guards themselves, as well as RPM sticker. Check that out. And of course we have the rod ends, which are squared, so these can go ahead and fit on there and keep facing forward. Guys, let's go ahead and get these installed. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is remove each one of the shocks. Each shock is held in with a screw on top and a screw on bottom. If you're going to do this yourself, you don't have to remove the screw on top. You can easily just remove the screw on bottom, but for convenience, I'm taking the whole shock off. Alright, now that I have the shock off, I'm just going to go ahead and compress the shock spring, pop off the bottom shock spring brace, and if I really wanted to, I can just go ahead and put the guard on there right now, put it back on the RC, and I am done. The problem is that the rod end is round, so basically the guard can just go ahead and slide around. You really don't want that to happen, so I'm going to compress the spring, pull off the guard, pull off the shock spring as well as the top brace, and I'm going to go ahead and hold the shock shaft in place with some high quality foam from Traxxas, of course, and pliers. Now you don't want to scratch up the shaft. If you don't have the foam, you can easily just use paper towels. But with that in place, I'm going to go ahead and take off the rod end. Alright, once you get the rod end out, you're going to go ahead and pop out the steel hollow ball. Okay, and there we have the hollow ball, guys. Now we just need to go ahead and snap it into the new rod end. Just like that. Next up, we need to go ahead and just screw it on to the shock shaft. Once you have the rod end screwed in all the way, you're just going to go ahead and put the shock spring back on, as well as the braces that hold it in place, and then finish it off with the shock shaft guard. Now, all that's left is reinstalling it back on the RC. Here is before. And of course, here is after. Guys, I love the looks of these. I think it goes without saying that the Bandit obviously needs these guards because, well, the shocks are just, let's face it, right out in the open. And that was a level 34 upgrade for Nhexus.